Would we really be better off broken? Let's talk about that. Let's listen to Citizen Soldier, Better Off Broken. Shout out today goes to Amanda. Thank you for honoring my time and work and supporting me on Buy Me a Coffee. Go check them out on social media, on YouTube, and all the pages. Go listen to their music. I am looking forward to seeing them in concert, hopefully sooner than later. Check out their tour dates and get you some tickets for Citizen Soldier. Are you ready? Here we go.
Feeling so anxious, I step in your office. Here, how was your week? How do you feel? It's hard to be honest. All I can think about is shutting back down. What's wrong with me? I should be better by now. You tell me be patient, that it'll be worth it. All the suppression, session by session, pulled to the surface. All of the demons through the years I bottled up. But I'm exhausted and the past is too much. I'm not ready, it's too heavy. I'm not ready. Why is healing so hard? And why does numb feel like my only friend? 'Cause when I swallow my scars, then I don't have to feel it all again. I'm so tired of tearing the trauma back open. Am I better off broken?
Ooh, that voice, that yodel. Come on. Beautiful.
I don't wanna breathe deep, I'm tired of mindful. When even the smallest things in my life are making me spiral.
Yeah.
I had no say, inherited a hemorrhaged heart. It's so unfair that every day is this hard. I wanna be normal for so many reasons. Like I'll never have the time that I need for anger and grieving. Basic functioning's becoming such a chore. What would I be like if they cared a little more? I'm not ready, it's too heavy. Stop pushing me, just let me be empty. Why is healing so hard? And why does numb feel like my only friend? 'Cause when I swallow my scars,
This is powerful.
then I don't have to feel it all again. I'm so tired of tearing the trauma back open. Am I better off broken? 'Cause 15 minutes every week is not enough for what I need. To give me evidence, I'll shake my skeletons. I know you say these thoughts are liars, but I don't wanna live this tired with very little proof and everything to lose. I'm scared you're getting sick of me. So tell me honestly, why is healing so hard?
Ooh. Love how the voice
And why
dropped.
does numb feel like my only friend? 'Cause when
Fitting.
I swallow my scars,
So fitting.
I don't have to feel. Why is healing so hard? And why does numb feel like my only friend? 'Cause when I swallow my scars, then I don't have to feel it all again. I'm so tired of tearing the trauma back open. Am I better off broken? Am I better off broken? Better off broken? Am I better off broken?
Wow. I love the honesty in their songs, and I love that they don't just slap on a quick fix at the end. To know that they're all about mental health too. Lead singer is a therapist as well, if I'm not mistaken. I love that they really talk about honest things without ending or leading into a bridge that now gives us an easy fix, or how, oh, there's always hope, and allowing us to sit with that question. And I think that that's part of the conversation here, is because therapy is powerful. Having someone to talk to is powerful. I am a big advocate for it. But I can relate to that feeling of so much pain where the trauma comes up, the skeletons in your closet, and where healing really hurts and it feels like hard work and it's exhausting. And I'll be honest with you, I think that there's a time and a place where we also take a break from doing the work. There's a time and a place to do the work, and to not just make therapy or any conversation this exchange of information. I tell you, when I'm anxious, you give me 3 steps to breathe better, right? Like, I'm tired of that. And sometimes I can relate to that frustration because I felt that way before, where I longed for meaningful connection, intimacy, where I longed for someone to really see me and to help me analyze some of these dreams I have or the things I'm feeling beyond it just being a commodity. I tell you my 3 main symptoms, you give me 10 steps to feel better, right? Where we're done with breathing exercises and mindfulness. There's a time and place for that. They're helpful. But when you're really hurting, it feels like a band-aid. It feels like a shallow, superficial quick fix. And I think this song points, for one, really sheds a light on the seriousness of pain. It really sheds light on and puts beautifully in words and in song with such a beautiful ballad and amazing vocals and just the whole piece beautifully pulling it together. It sheds light on this is just how much I'm hurting, and this is how deep it is and how tired I am. And there's no quick fix, and 50 minutes a week won't do. And it feels hopeless because it's almost easier not to even deal with this. So I appreciate the honest conversation. I also think that it opens the door to look at what people really need. That first of all, people are people. This is a case by case. This is not, all right, we're going to give you 5 steps to fix your anxiety because half of you have anxiety and half of you have depression, right? As if people are just case numbers. You are a person. You have a unique story. And there's this weird duality in life because on one hand, people that feel this way may feel so alone. Like, can I just be normal? I wish I could be like everybody else. Not realizing that the majority of people who have been through trauma or who have just simply living life have some type of trauma or baggage or suffering. Some more, some less, but a lot of people are hurting and we don't realize that. And often we feel very alone. That's one side of it. The other side of this duality is that your story is unique. While you're not alone in your suffering, and you might be surprised that there's no such thing as normal, there is also a uniqueness to you that I want to emphasize because you are not just a case number. You're not just someone where we can slap a diagnosis and say, well, you just have the anxiety. Here are 3 steps and see you next week. 50 minutes will not do. And I think this honest conversation opens up the door to have a conversation about mental health, about what therapy is and isn't, should be or shouldn't be, but also the fact that people need relationship. We are living in a time where people are starving. And while many could severely benefit from therapy, I'm a big advocate for it. I think a lot of people are just hungry for relationship, for someone to see them. I mean, quite honestly, if the only nugget of encouragement you got is seeing me talk to you through a screen, that's not enough. I'm glad if I can say something that touches you, but if that's all you're getting, that means you're starving for love, for intimacy, for someone to see you, for connection. And you deserve so much more than that. You deserve more than a video on YouTube where somebody looks in the camera and says, hey, I see you. You're loved. Even if I don't literally see you, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't literally see you, but I know you're hurting and I know you feel alone and you're not. You're not broken. And this is hard work and it's okay to be tired and it's okay to take a break for a moment, right? Things don't always need to be heavy and hard either. But as much as I say that and hopefully get through to some of you, it won't fix all of it. It might do good to those who are already starving for affection and for attention, but you deserve more than that. And I think this song also opens the conversation to what I believe is we need to have holistic care, which means, yes, therapy is powerful, but we also need relationship. And sometimes that means reaching out to a friend and saying, hey, I need you. I need to talk to you. Sometimes that means talking to your therapist, saying 1 time a week, I'm drowning. This is not good for me. Sometimes it means also taking your power back and saying, what do I need? What am I feeling right now? Therapy was nice, but I'm exhausted. This is too much. I need something lighthearted. That's where music can come into play. After this song, after we felt heavy and melancholic and sorrowful, let's put on some of Citizen Soldier's hardcore rock songs and just dance and headbang and windmill. Or let me go outside and get some sunshine, drink some water. When was the last time you took a sip of water today? Actually feel it going down your throat. Taking a breath, putting your hand on your chest, regulating your nervous system. I think this song is so beautiful because it opens the honest conversation about how deep pain is, but also saying, you know what, just 50 minutes a week isn't enough. And I believe it isn't. It's not enough for me. I need so much more. And I believe you deserve so much more for your body, your mind, your spirit, be it music, be it movement, be it a friend, be it good food, water, and peace. Different ways to find peace. And sometimes I think it's also okay to say, you know what, I worked on this. I cried and let that cathartic come out. I talked to someone. I'm dealing with all this trauma. Now it's time to do something that feels a little better for my soul. And to not think you have to figure it out either. To not think the solution for therapy is that I will never have problems again in life. If that's my goal, therapy should fix me. That, I think, is part of the problem. It may be better to accept that your past is part of your story, but you are not broken. And the evidence is the fact. If this is you singing this, then to me, if someone were to say, I need some evidence that any of this is even helping me, there's very little evidence. I would say you singing this song, you relating to this song is evidence that you are honest, that you are doing the work. I think sometimes we think doing the work means that now there is no more problem. And that's the dilemma with our existence on this earth, is that anxiety is a part of being alive, a part of existing. Regardless if we try to deny it, if we try to escape it, or even embrace it, I accept it. We're still anxious. It's not going to go away. And same with our story. You can't undo your past. No matter how much therapy you do, you cannot fix what is in the past because it's over. There's a time and a place to explore it. There's a time and a place to look into why it shaped you, how it shaped you, look into the trauma. But there's also a time and a place to be present to the here and now. There's a time and a place to look for the future. We need all of it, right? You may have some therapists that are all about digging into your mommy, daddy issues. Then there's those who say, let's talk about the here and now. If we try to go backwards, we're, going to get stuck. Let's be present. There are those who say, write your goals for the future. Maybe it's all of the above. Maybe there's a time and a place to dive deep and to allow yourself to feel all the pain and suffering. And then let it wash through you and now feel all the joy you want to feel. You get to decide. And I know it sounds easier than said than done because it's not easy. But it's also okay to say, I surrender and I'm okay. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to, we're not going to be able to get rid of all our trauma and just fix it and make it magically go away. Sometimes our past will have to become our story. And that doesn't mean you're broken. That's the thing. The question here is interesting. Am I better off broken? And my question would be, maybe we can reframe that and talk about the question, are you broken? Are you even broken? We can say, let me answer that question. Am I better off broken? Yes, no, why not? Or maybe we should ask, are you broken? Is there something wrong with you? You have anxiety. Yeah, I see that. Me too. And many of us do. That's part of existing. You're not alone. There's ways we can deal with that. And we'll talk about that in another time. Maybe you're depressed, you've been abused, you've been neglected, you struggle with addiction. But you're not broken, my friend. You are loved. You are alive. And there, just as much as we can focus on all the trauma, there's also ways to focus on what is possible for you in the future, that you get to decide, who do I want to be? What type of person? If I can imagine myself as any person, who would I want to be? And maybe we can take steps towards stepping into that identity. You don't have to be anybody else in order to become what you want to be. There will be days where it requires work, and there will be days where you just get to sit and enjoy a beautiful ballad and let the music wash off over you and say, I'm okay, I'm not broken. A powerful song. I just love Citizen Soldier. Whew, what do you think about this one? Subscribe and let me know in the comments how this makes you feel, and I'll see you on the next ride.